Yo, everybody, I'm Tom Vasel. Welcome to Week in Review. We put out this video each week that we do lots of videos, and we tell you these are the videos we did last week and kind of give you short descriptions of them. And then if you're like, hey, I want to see the full video, Vasel, easy enough. Description, link in the link is in the description below. Let's get started.
Hey everybody, I'm Zee Garcia. Here's what I did this week. I put out a secret top 10 list, and so did Tom. Go check those out. They're about 2-player games. And then I did another unsung gems list with the letter C, so 5 games in there that I think deserve more attention. And then a couple of videos. Cascadia review together with the fellas. I gave it a 7 out of 10. I think it's a very lovely, lovingly illustrated, straightforward, enjoyable tile laying kind of game. Some drafting, some tile laying, little pattern building. It's also a game that ultimately feels a little bit by the numbers. It's sort of the, it's got a real flavor of the week kind of feel to it. And the flavor of the week is wonderful, but it feels not quite derivative, but close, you know? I definitely enjoyed it. I would recommend you check it out if you really like the theme and the look. But it isn't going to necessarily, I think, blow up the board gaming as a whole, you know. And then I reviewed Railroad Inc., the app on iOS, and I rate that a 9 out of 10. I thought it was a wonderful app. It really does a good job of taking care of all the annoying things that I think are annoying anyway in the physical edition of the game. It looks good. It's extremely stable. It is enjoyable. I think it is the absolute best representation of what the dice roll and write style game has to offer. So the app, for me, replaces the board game. You know, the physical game just about. It is so enjoyable. The only thing missing is extra content. And they say it's coming, so, you know, that's a stay tuned there. But I really, really did like it. And that's it for me, everybody. I'll see you on the next one.
Hey there, everybody. It's DiLisio, and this week I reviewed 2 games. First of all, I reviewed Roll Camera, which is a cooperative dice placement game themed around making movies. I gave this one a 6 out of 10. I felt like the theme was really nice. I liked this kind of idea of making a movie, but I had some issues with the game. Specifically, tonally, it felt like it was kind of all over the place. Was it a party game? Was it a strategy game? Felt like it was trying to do both, and that's hard to pull off, so didn't quite give that one a recommendation. Also was part of a 4-square review for Cascadia, a beautiful tile placement game where you are trying to build these kind of different wildlife tiles and putting animal tokens on them. A nice puzzle game. I really tend to like puzzle games. I gave this one an 8 out of 10. The theme is nice, although it's mostly an abstract game. Beautiful art, beautiful components. It is a game where, as the game goes on, things are expanding, and I kind of like that. I like being able to have more options at the end of the game rather than fewer. Nice variable scoring in that one as well. So that's Cascadia. All right, well, that's it for me this week. Let's keep it moving.
Okay, so for me, a couple kid games. First of all, Red Light, Green Light, very simple game about, it's for little kids, press your luck. You turn over a card, you can keep turning over cards, but if you ever get a red light, you can't move anymore. And Hungry Hungry Hippo Launchers. This is another very, very light game for young children. It's Hungry Hungry Hippos. The hippo is opening its mouth. You launch stuff into its mouth. It's like the carnival game. Then Moonshine Empire. Now, this one I struggled with this rating of 6. So I gave both those last games a rating of 6 for kids. This one's a 6 for adults, which is a different feeling. I really probably should have given this a 5, but I was so amused by so many parts of this game. I keep thinking about it. I keep laughing about this game where you're delivering moonshine to Pappy in the middle. The theme is funny. The jumping out of vehicles and moving around has some nice components, but it also has a lot of issues, and it's too long for what it is, and I detail those in the review. It's a funny theme, but it needed some more work. I did a classic review of Tally Ho. I also gave that one a 6. This one was very good back in the day, considering this was designed in '73, where one player is the animals and the other person's the hunters, and who's hunting who is the tagline. It's a very abstract, quick 2-player game. Islands in the Mist, another 6 here. I like this concept. It's just that this game was very forgettable to me. It uses a mechanism that I've seen in Zoo Loretto, where you take a tile from the middle of the table, or you or you wait till the clouds get full of more tiles. Has some interesting moving a hot air balloon around with wind currents, but like I said, just didn't really grab me. Another classic review of Kingdoms. Now this one I like more. This is very, very abstract. Very, very bare bones math. Put castles on a board, try to score the most points in tiles. But I think it's held up pretty well over the years. We did a Foursquare review of Cascadia. I enjoy Cascadia. It has a lot of similarities to other games out there, in my opinion, and it's going to be overshadowed, I think, by Calico. But this does have some more wide range of where you can put tiles. There's multiple scoring ways, although they kind of feel some similar ideas. To me, this game is a little more casual than I wanted it to be, but there's a lot of cool aspects to it. Ausonia is a deck builder. I gave this one a 7, just like the last one. Ausonia is a very straightforward deck builder where you're trying to get influence, attack other players. I think it works best with 2. There's some issues with this, but the directness of it and some cool things that it has in it bring it up to something I want to play. Dominant Species Marine, I gave an 8 to. A really solid game. I don't know how often I'm going to want to play it because it's long. It's not as long as the original, but it's still a big, involved game of worker placement, area control, and just flat out being mean to other players. But it's juicy, it's good, you'll be riveted the whole time. And Galaxy Trucker 2nd Edition. This one I gave an 8.5 to. I love Galaxy Trucker. I love this one too. It is not going to be everyone's cup of tea. It really isn't, because you're just watching, you're building a ship as fast as you can and then watching it get blown up. But I have a real soft spot for games that are timed in short spurts. Timed, do something, then see what happens. This does it so well, and it's so funny. It's very similar to the first edition. You don't need to get this one if you had the first edition. They made some small streamlined changes in it. I also took a look at 2 more shelves in the Dice Tower library. I talked about my super secret 2-player game list, the midweight ones. Not casual, not advanced, but somewhere in the middle. And I also did 5 great games. We did crowd surfing, look back, and lots of other videos went up this week. Check them out. But until next time, I'm Tom Vasel, and you've been watching Week in Review on the Dice Tower.